Alright, what's up? It's Jordan back here, episode 7, Jordan's Corner. I'm chilling at the apartment doing some studying. What I wanted to talk about today was female trainees and their one rep max as relative to their training weights and kind of how that should influence their programming. So, if you don't know this, females will exhibit an ability to do a higher percentage of their one rep max for reps than males. So, I'll give you an example. Male has a one rep max on squat of 400 pounds. He can probably do 90% of that weight, maybe for a set of 4 or 5. So, 365, something like that would be a pretty good set of 5 for him. Whereas a female, let's say her one rep max for squats is 200 pounds, she could probably do, upwards 90, 95%, for 8, something like that, 97% for a set of 5. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy if she could do 190 pounds for a set of 5 and then 200 pounds was her one rep max. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but these are the things I've seen from training women. Their one rep max isn't too far away from their training weights. And there's a couple different reasons for why this actually happens. The first reason is going to be that women generally can't recruit all of their motor units, all their muscle fibers in one synchronized fashion to have a true one rep max. So that means, they're training, they're still getting stronger, but because they can't coordinate a maximal contraction all at once, they can't actually reach a higher one rep max than what they're training with. There's another school of thought, and probably it's kind of like a blend of both, that because of the hormonal differences between men and women, there's a kind of a testosterone and sex steroid like influenced um, morphological change at the where the nerve meets the muscle, and also like the amount of neurotransmitters that are released from the nerve to stimulate the muscle. So it's probably a blend of both like hormonal and developmental because of hormonal effects, and then also just the genetic differences in how efficient they can be, men and women can be at recruiting all of their muscle uh, fibers and motor units at the same time for a true one rep max. So we know that this actually occurs. It's been well documented, but how should this actually like influence your training? And if you're a female or if you train females, so what you can do or what you should be doing, females definitely need a little bit higher volume than men do. Not only because they can work at a higher volume, but if strength is a goal, they need to be working. They need to do sets of 3, sets of 5, and multiple sets of 3s and 5s at a really high percentage of their one rep max to get that one rep max to go up. Otherwise, if you stick to the common charts that are designed for men, say you're going to do 75% for 5 sets of 5 on week 1, and then you're going to do 80% of 4 sets of 5 in set 2, or whatever. It's too low for a female. It needs to be higher. They need to do more reps over 85 and 90% than men do. If anybody's familiar with like a Proleprin's chart, he likes to talk about that you shouldn't do more than 4 or 5 reps over 90% of your one rep max, which is true if you're a guy, but if you're a female, that might constitute a normal training session. Now you shouldn't do that end on end, forever and ever. But if strength is the goal, if that's the goal of your block, then that definitely needs to be there. So that's the intensity. So the intensity needs to be a little bit higher for females to get the adaptation, and also the volume needs to be a little bit higher. Working it with 3s and 5s is good, and my clients will tell you or would tell you when I was working with them, we do a lot of repeat sets of 3s and 2s and 5s and stuff like that, and also some high rep back off sets, just because females sort of need that extra volume. They need to accrue extra volume to get the results. So my programming for females and males looks a bit different. It's not the same, and that's the way it should be. But the movements are the same or similar. They're still going to squat, they're still going to pull, they're still going to power clean if they can, power snatch, do chins, dips, all that fun stuff, because those exercises are the most efficient for what I'm trying to do, which is generally body recomposition and strength gain and overall fitness. So if I have an hour to spend with them in the gym, I'm going to have them do 3 or 4 big exercises rather than 15 to 20 smaller exercises, which is going to take longer periods of time and not going to give them the same amount of results. So overall, what I wanted to talk about today was females and kind of the percentages and they can use on their 1 rep max and kind of why that happens, and then how their training should be different. So take home message is, if you're a female, your 1 rep max isn't too much higher than your 3 rep max or 5 rep max, and because of that you need to train at a higher intensity and accrue some volume there to keep bumping your 1 rep max up if you're a strength athlete. Of course there's exceptions to any rules. This is just a general rule of thumb, but I hope this helps some of you out. And alright, that's a wrap. Catch you guys tomorrow, episode 8. Thanks for watching. See ya.